This is Bishop Dr. Truman Burst. Master Herbalist, coming to you from Good Shepherd Ministries.
Thank you for joining us here on Discoveries in Health. Our live conference is every Thursday.
Shalom, Dr. Truman.
Shalom, Sister Kashakia.
Shalom, my brother, in the kingdom of the Most High. Shalom.
All praises.
I'm mute out, but I'm here.
Okay, when are you going to join us with the presentation today?
About 5:30 will be good, so I said about 30 more minutes.
About 30 more minutes. Okay, in about 30 more minutes, ladies and gentlemen, we will have one of our favorite participants here, and that's Sister Kachakia. And she will, she always has a lot of interesting information that she shares with us, and it's a blessing, and as well as Prophet Elijah is a regular participant, and it's such a blessing to have a preacher that is as prestigious as Prophet Elijah, who has also joined this conference, and welcome Prophet Elijah. And we're down here, and I'm going to mute the microphone so we don't have any echoes. And how this works, this is a conference. It's a live conference every Thursday from 3 o'clock until 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, West Coast time. So if you're in Atlanta, Georgia, then it's 3 hours difference. Or if you're on the East Coast, over on Long Island or somewhere, 3 hours difference. So it's about 6 o'clock your time. And then we're here for 2 hours. Now, you can come and go as you need to. All you have to do is go in and go out. It's all right. I understand. I sit here for 2 hours and praise the Most High and through the Holy Spirit in the name of Jesus Christ, coming to our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, Yahweh, Ahaya, Ashar, Ahaya, I'm praising the Most High and thanking and praising and worshiping our Father which art in heaven, and being led by the Holy Spirit to give you the answers that you are asking for. And before the broadcast, one of those questions was about arthritis and asthma. So we're going to get into that. And then we had another participant who wanted to talk about blood pressure and cholesterol. So we're going to get into that too. And so these are some of the things that have come to us, and that's what we do. And as we go along here, if there's any questions or any comments or testimonies, we love your participation. So just press the star key 2 times and it unmutes your microphone and you can ask questions. We can't leave the microphones all open because otherwise it causes echoes and that it's no fun. I've done that and so it doesn't work. So anyway, press the star key 2 times if you have a question or a comment. We're going to get started here, and we are making a live audio video of this broadcast. Let me, for the first time viewers and listeners, because there is still room open in the Google Hangouts, and if you go to the website herbalhealthreview.com. That's the website that we're going to be gathering information from, because we're not here to diagnose and prescribe. That's not what we do. We don't promise cures, but what we do is talk about in this conference and discuss natural remedies for everything and anything, the latest research, which is what I've been doing now for 55 years. And I'm sharing this information and these research reports so that you get some truthful answers. I'm not selling anything. I work solely on donation alone. And there's a donation button over on the herbalhealthreview.com, and you can press the donate button and donate anything you can so that I can continue doing this work, because I work solely on donation. And you can call me on the telephone, and you can Skype me, and you can and you can email me, and I do reports, and I do research, and I help people. And again, I do it solely on donation alone. And if you cannot make a donation, I will help you anyway. And that's the way I roll. That's what we've done now for 55 years. We're not going to change anything. But we can certainly use donations, and we appreciate them. Thank you for those. Now, the first thing that came up is about arthritis. So I'm going to, and it looks like we may have a mic open, and I'm going to check here. And I guess we're okay. There's a mic open, and we're going to close that mic. And again, if you would like to make a question or a comment in the conference, press the star key 2 times, and it opens your mic. And now I'm going to minimize this and take this report, come over here, and now I've got to go back over there again because we got an open mic again. Someone has joined the conference and their mic is open in Atlanta. And I closed that mic again. And now we are back here and closing this window. And now in our screen capture, so that you can see a live audio video of this later. It will be available on herbalhealthreview.com. And when you go on herbalhealthreview.com, and you can click on Discoveries in Health. And when you do, it brings up the 3 different ways you can join this conference. 1, by the telephone number, 503-606-6064. And then you would press when it says that you're in the conference, you press, or when you've dialed that number, you have to press 1, and it puts you into the conference. Or if you don't want to go by telephone, 503-606-6064, on that herbalhealthreview.com website, where it says Discoveries in Health, you can click on the Uber Conference computer version of it, www.uberconference.com/Truman8, and it'll automatically take you into the conference by your computer. And if you have audio video and you want audio video, there is a Discoveries in Health live audio video button. It's a big green button, and you press that, and it takes you over into Google Hangouts. And all you need there is to be up on Google Plus and be able to go into Google Hangouts, because you have a Gmail email address, and that's how that works. So those are all the different ways that you can join us. Now let's get down the trail here and click on common conditions. And as we click on common conditions, these are all the research reports that I have created. And again, I get nothing from the sale of any product. I work solely on donation alone. And so when we're talking about a product, you can't buy anything here on this website. All this website does is give you research information. And let's go to the research information, but it takes you over to the website where you can look at the products and buy them if you want them. And they are the ones I invented over the last 55 years, but I get nothing from it. And that website, so, you know, and here we are now on the arthritis report. But that website, betterhealthherbs.com, is the manufacturer of these natural remedies. And again, I get nothing from the sale of any product, and I never have. So, now it talks about arthritis. Whether you suffer from painful swelling or you know someone who does, the common denominator is inflammation. Now, here are some of tips about arthritis that may assist in alleviating the pain and help you and your loved ones to enjoy a life with greater longevity without the pain and the suffering of arthritis. Arthritis is the most common cause of disability in the United States. It's number one, limiting the activities of nearly 21 million adults, according to the CDC, which can't be trusted, by the way. So whatever they say, I can't believe them because they cheat and they lie. And they've done some terrible things. So that's just, you know, the truth of it. And I'm outspoken, by the way. It's got me in a lot of trouble. The authorities and the government doesn't like me. But we went to court about it. And the judge chastised the federal government for about 45 minutes and told them to leave me alone. So they're supposed to. So they attacked my relatives instead. Anyway, talking about arthritis. Those with arthritis, you don't have to be slaves to the genetics, or even gym injuries. There are several natural arthritis remedies, and they work to help heal joint pain and inflammation. You may be familiar with the common types of joint pain, and that include osteoarthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, and gouty arthritis. The latter is often associated with the wearing down. The gouty arthritis is the wearing down of the cartilage, or simply not having enough cartilage after a while in a particular joint. Inflammation is the body's response to a harmful substance such as a pathogen, a damaged cell, or irritant, or acute inflammation such as a cut or a wound that triggers the body's inflammatory response to heal by clotting the blood. This may also include swelling and redness, which eventually disappears. But however, with chronic or prolonged inflammation such as arthritis, the body is in it's in a constant state of simultaneous healing and cell destruction. As a result, the chronic disease may ensue. And in the case of arthritis, the body may endure constant pain, redness, and swelling. And here's how we deal with it. One of the things is green tea. Green tea has been used for medicinal purposes for centuries in many different cultures. I need a sip of some kombucha mushroom here. Hold on while I do that. Needed that. Now, green tea is made from unfermented leaves. According to the University of Maryland Medical Center, The average cup of green tea contains about 50, even up to 150 milligrams of polyphenols. Polyphenols are powerful antioxidants. They fight free radicals, compounds that can cause damage to cells. And some evidence suggests the free radicals may play a role in the inflammatory joint disease. So we're using herbs like turmeric, because turmeric is an extremely effective anti-inflammatory herb, and thus an effective pain reliever. And it contains at least two chemicals, curcumin and curcuminoids, which decrease inflammation and are very much like the oft-prescribed non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, only no side effects. And turmeric, curcumin, crosses the blood-brain barrier and actually increases intelligence and reduces inflammation in the brain as well. So it's a very valuable herb, which is one of the reasons why it's used so much in India and is the basis of curry powder. Now, I had to close the mic again. And getting back to the report. And we're there. And so that's a little bit about turmeric, which is one of the key ingredients in a formulation that took me 7 years, actually 8, because the first year I put a bunch of herbs together to try to get rid of the arthritis that had set in a horrible accident where someone rear-ended my automobile in 2008. And I wound up with three of the discs in my neck had to be fused together. And arthritis had set in because it all through my shoulders. I couldn't comb my hair. I couldn't put my shirt on. It hurt to put my coat on. People had to help me. It was embarrassing, kind of, because I'm before that I was just really strong and no pain and feeling great and wonderful and pain free and then that happened and I was miserable for that's 7 years as I created a formulation called Joint Care. And Joint Care, one of the main herbs in it is turmeric, curcumin, and 67 other herbs. Because what I found is you need to clean the bloodstream and you need to reduce the pain and the inflammation. And as you do them simultaneously correctly in a balanced way, my arthritis, pain, suffering all went away. And I started out with a teaspoon of this herbal liquid tincture extract called Joint Care. And I put it in my mouth and I held it there for 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. The longer I held it, the less pain I had. And in the beginning, I had to do that 2, 3, 4 times in a row to have zero pain. After a while, instead of having to do it 2 or 3 teaspoons, one right after the other, until I finally had zero pain, pretty soon I only had to do it 3 times, or 3 teaspoons, then only 2 teaspoons, then only 1 teaspoon, and then I forgot to take it for weeks and weeks because I had no more pain, and it didn't come back. And right now, I forget to take it most of the time because it hasn't come back for a long time. Matter of fact, I was able even to go to my backyard and dig up my backyard with a pitchfork and plant a lawn, something I absolutely couldn't have done before, with no pain and no suffering, and all it did was build up my muscles and make them bigger, because I'm 140 pounds, 5'7", and I'm muscular. And the reason I am, is because I'm able to stay in shape now. And I have no diseases and no pain and no suffering, and I'm praising the Most High, and I'm sharing the information with other people. But that is joint care. That is the pain formula. Now, here's the deal. If that does it alone, that's great. But maybe if you have a stubborn case of arthritis, rheumatism, and so forth, then you want to make sure and get that green tea extract into the diet. Get some nettle and quercetin into the diet. It'll change your blood work because nettles are enormously good for you, containing protein, calcium, phosphorus, iron, magnesium, beta-carotene, along with vitamins A, C, D, and B complex, all in a form that is easy for the body to use. So you can add ginger, you can add white willow bark. There is boswellia, also known as frankincense, a biblical herb for sure. And then fish oils, and an extra rheumatism relief formula. There's colloidal silver water, burdock root, glucosamine sulfate, and acidophilus powder, and the enzyme that eats up scar tissue called Vitalzam. So there is a whole army of things that can be used, and I've used them all. And I don't have arthritis anymore. And even though my neck is spliced together in 3 places, it doesn't bother me. It used to bother me so much, but I kept on going and kept on praying about it, and I felt like Job for about 7 years, and the Lord was kind enough to finally lift that from me, and it's gone. So that's how we deal with arthritis and rheumatism. Now, we're going to talk about asthma, because I know people who don't have asthma anymore. And I'm going to go back now and bring up this. And before I go to the next topic, which will be talking about blood pressure and high cholesterol, will be the next topic. Someone asked me to address that, and that's what we do here. Is we take it right off the cuff, and we talk about whatever you want to talk about. And before I go to the next topic, does anyone have any comments or suggestions or topics that I should get into? And if you have anything you want to say at all, press your star key 2 times and open your microphone. We'll go for open mics here for a minute, and if you have anything you want to share or a testimony. So all you need to do is press your star key 2 times. If that doesn't happen, I will go to the next topic, and the next topic is going to be, we're going to go back to that herbalhealthreview.com. And we're going to take a look at high blood pressure. Because that's another common problem. So we're going back to herbalhealthreview.com, back to the common conditions page, and knowing that if we clicked on any of those products, let me show you where it takes you. It takes you over to this website right here, right there, and it takes you over to betterhealthherbs.com. So I did a screen capture on that, so you can see that website, and if you click on any of the products on the herbalhealthreview.com, it takes you over here, and so I just want to let you know that. And there's just a lot of information on this website. There's, oh my goodness, that's little girl over there. That is my great granddaughter, who's 5 years old now. She was 4 years old when she took that picture. That's really cute. I love that little girl so much. She's a sweetie. She's here visiting me today. She's been visiting me. She stays the night every now and then, and with Grandpa, her great grandpa. And anyway, these are some of the products and information on this website, and specials and so forth. It's a great website, betterhealthherbs.com. So anyway, I wanted to show you that website. Let's get back over here now, and put that back over here, and take this and put it over there. All right, now we're going back over into and mute a mic which is open, and I have clicked on that, and the mic is now closed. And unless somebody has a question or comment, then go ahead and open your mic. By pressing the star key 2 times, we can chat. So if you want to do that, now's a good time to do it. As I get started on the next topic, we're going to talk about high blood pressure. Okay? And minimizing this, we're doing a screen capture. We're over here in the Better Health Herbs. Nope, we left the Better Health Herbs, and now we're back over in Herbal Health Review. herbalhealthreview.com, and we've clicked on common conditions. We're scrolling down to high blood pressure. We're there. And now we're going to describe the report I created about high blood pressure. High blood pressure is a popular issue among a lot of Americans across the country. In most cases, and not all cases, but in most cases, a fast lifestyle of fast food, soda, and especially stress is starting to catch up with the average American. And so much that an estimated 1 in every 3 Americans has high blood pressure. This puts them at risk of heart disease, stroke, and even kidney disease. And even more, this condition is costing the United States $93.5 billion in healthcare services. That's right. And so first, let's change our diet. And that's one of the most important things you can do is change your diet. Introduce proven and tried herbal tinctures and capsules and all of these products that are over there on the betterhealthherbs.com. They're usually on sale in the first place. And in the second place, you can get these tinctures, which is the state-of-the-art delivery system, and my favorite. But if you'd rather have a capsule, they'll make it in a capsule for you. They'll make it as an herbal tea. They'll make it as a powder formulation that you can make your own tincture. They'll do all kinds of things for you. They're at betterhealthherbs.com. They're very unusual and helpful and wonderful people. And the reason why is that's my granddaughter. And my granddaughter is a humanitarian. This is a ministry, and they deserve your support. So any of these products and herbs and remedies we're talking about, I really appreciate it if you would support my family. That's my granddaughter. Again, I get nothing from it, but that's my family, and I love my family, and they've been wonderful enough to manufacture these formulations and stand up, against an evil government that doesn't want you to know about any of these things. So she's my hero. Her name is Brittany, and she's my granddaughter, and she manufactures all these, and it's betterhealthherbs.com. And their phone number there is 541-791-8400. If you really want to meet some nice people that will help you with natural remedies and be your friend, and be a member of the family here, and support a wonderful ministry. Call them. Call them on the phone. Their telephone number is 541-791-8400. 541-791-8400. That's the telephone number. Their website, betterhealthherbs.com. And she has all these remedies. And she helps people. She's so wonderful. So anyway, so it goes on to talk about, the diet and a high sodium diet, which increases blood pressure. So we're going to be careful of salt. And so the less sodium you eat, the better blood pressure control you might have. And if you're going to use salt, use the best salt in the world. Get that Himalayan pink salt that has more minerals in it than any other salt. That's the salt I use. And you can get Himalayan pink salt from betterhealthherbs.com. 541-791-8400. And it talks about replacing sugars, no refined sugars, and with stevia leaf and stevia green powder, or xylitol, which is made from corn cobs and no sugar. There's no sugar in it, and it tastes like sugar. And xylitol, although slightly laxative, so you got to know that. So if you have a loose stool, if you are eating xylitol, which is a safe sweetener for diabetics and is a wonderful sweetener, you got to know that it's slightly laxative, and which is generally good for most people. You can always use a little more fiber, and which also reduces cholesterol. The fiber, the Truman's fiber with bentonite clay, reduces cholesterol. And the xylitol would help to make a softer bowel movement. The thing about a bowel movement is that every one of them should be so soft, when you flush the toilet, it breaks up in a cloud. That, if it isn't, then a little extra xylitol in your diet is going to be good. And even maybe some colon and liver cleansing liquid to clean out the digestive tract and the bloodstream. So it's those safe sweeteners and that are going to help. It's taking potassium. Potassium iodide, which is also good against radiation. And the extra calcium and magnesium, which is called nice bones. They're all listed here in this report on herbalhealthreview.com under common conditions, under high blood pressure. Here's this report. And if we clicked on any of these products, like the Truman's fiber that reduces cholesterol at the same time as reducing high blood pressure, if you click on it, it takes you over to where you can look at it. And that is the fiber that I use every day, right there. The reason why is because it's like a sponge that's loaded with detoxifying nutrients like green foods and even acidophilus and herbs. And it acts like a sponge that's going through the body and it's giving you all this nutrition and detoxification and absorbing bad things out of your body and taking them out of the body. And the clay, the bentonite clay, acts like a magnet, and it pulls toxins to it, and it detoxifies the body. Now, all of those things, detoxing the body, taking the stress off the body, cleaning the bloodstream. Now we're talking about super health. I mean, really super health. So, and if you need more help, make sure you're getting that potassium, some potassium, and it lists it there. Number 2485, or take a look at a different type of potassium iodide, which also gets rid of radiation, which we have too much of, and especially on the West Coast. Thank you, Fukushima. Thank you, our government who don't care. Matter of fact, it's all part of their depopulation agenda, I guess. Anyway, nice bones, calcium and magnesium. All of these things really fight high blood pressure. And also, if it's affecting the heart, if there's hypertension associated with a headache, you can use herbs like hawthorn berry, yarrow, cramp bark, valerian, wood betony. But if there's hypertension, high blood pressure with palpitations of the heart, then you would use hawthorn berry, yarrow, cramp bark, valerian root, and motherwort. And if there is still palpitations, then you would find out about an herb called bugleweed. Bugleweed will help with heart palpitations. And there's also a heart formula and for heart health. So there's a lot of help for the heart. And there's lots of kidney formulas under the kidney report and how to get the kidneys going again. So anyway, that gives us a lot of information about high blood pressure using that daily health tea that also cleans the bloodstream and has been used as a medicinal herb by the tribes in the rainforest. So that pau de arco bark, tibua, that herb, I made a tea out of it. I call it daily health tea. All of these things keep your bloodstream clean, keep you healthy, keep you going, and it's been known to help in so many different disorders, and that are all listed here. Arthritis is only one of them, including Hodgkin's disease, osteomyelitis, Parkinson's disease, psoriasis, candida, yeast infections, pau de arco bark. It goes on to give you a complete report within a report about pau de arco and its benefits. It talks about garlic for high blood pressure. And again, it describes hawthorn berry and why it's so valuable. And then here is a high blood pressure combination of herbs in a tincture extract to give you even additional support. That has black cohosh, blue cohosh, yarrow, hyssop, wild cherry bark, and garlic root. And then oxygenating the blood with coenzyme Q10. It's an antioxidant, taking up to 100 milligrams. 100 milligrams of 3 capsules a day, 1 to 3. 3 is a good dose. 6 is a lot, a very therapeutic dose. 300 milligrams of coenzyme Q10 is a medicinal dose. 6 is a therapeutic dose of an antioxidant that's similar to vitamin E, which is another good blood thinner and natural. One of the best natural blood thinners is vitamin E, about 400 IUs, along with the CoQ10. And now we're talking about omega-3 fatty acids. So now we're hitting it out of the park. Say goodbye to high blood. How can high blood pressure exist when you've got all of these remedies? You can add one after another until you finally don't have it anymore. I don't have it. I do these things as a normal course. I have these things in my diet every day. Amino acids. This is going to give you a boost of energy and stamina and fat burning metabolism and a brain food, and it'll strengthen your tissues and in your body and growth and repair. And that's amino acids, a multiple amino acid tablet, or 2 or 3 or whatever the dose is on the label. Glucomannan, cognac. It's cognac. It's a water-soluble dietary fiber, because these fibers reduce high blood pressure, okay, and cholesterol out of the body. And there's a heart formula right here. Here's a nerves formula, because again, stress is one of the key causes of high blood pressure. So here's a nerves formula to keep you cool down, and here's a heart formula to help so you have a strong, healthy heart. Here's a circulation formula, because sometimes there's impaired circulation or weak circulation. There's hyssop, which is an herb biblically used against high blood pressure. Here's that colon and liver cleansing liquid and that fiber. Now you can do cleansing and detoxifying and take all the stress off of the body, and using that fiber powder, balancing your bowel movements so that they're so soft that when you flush the toilet, they break up like a cloud. You're in charge. You've got the healthiest digestive tract, especially then when you're putting back acidophilus and kombucha mushroom or fermented foods. Now you have the perfect digestive tract. Lots of vitamin C. I mean, 1,000 milligrams to 4,000 milligrams. I take 2,000 in the morning and 2,000 at night. I'm getting 4,000 milligrams of vitamin C for decades, and it really helps. Zinc is, and 15 milligrams, that's nothing. The therapeutic dose of zinc is 200 milligrams. 200 milligrams if you needed some really strong healing of the tissues as a natural antibiotic. Get it up to 200 milligrams for a while, then drop back to 15 milligrams, one or two of them a day, and it'll keep it going, along with pumpkin seeds in your diet and so forth. Excellent for males with prostate problems and anybody with skin problems. And lots of B complex. Say goodbye to stress. B complex is the stress multiple. B complex is the stress vitamin. 100 milligrams, one tablet, morning and night. You want to make sure that you're taking enough B complex to keep that urine yellow. When you urinate, it should be yellow. If it's not yellow, more B complex, because it goes away, goes out of your body, gone in your urine. So keep putting it back in, about 100 milligrams twice a day. I do. And again, calcium and magnesium for high blood pressure. So that pretty much really gives you a lot of information how to deal with high blood pressure and cholesterol. That's how to do it. And that's under herbalhealthreview.com. Under common conditions, under high blood pressure. That's the report. All of these links are alive. They take you over to where you can see the product. If you click on the link, it takes you right over there, and you're looking at the product. You can see the price of it. You can see the product description, what's in it. You can see the ingredients and the instructions how to take it. And it gives you related products and so forth. And then you can even quick find something else, and you can join the mailing list so they will let you know when the specials are, and you can call them on the telephone, and their number is 541-791-8400. They're in Albany, Oregon. They're called Health and Herbs. That's 541-791-8400. And that is where you should get these and any of the products we talk about here on the broadcast. And I'm going to check back now. I'm going out of here, and then we're going to talk about asthma, because that was our next goal here, is to talk about asthma. So I'm closing this report out, getting back over here, and going back to the screen and saying hello to all of the nice people there again in the Google Hangouts. And again, there is seating available in live audio video in Google Hangouts. And if you did want to view this broadcast with live audio video, there's two ways to do it. One is live by going over to the herbalhealthreview.com website and clicking on Discoveries in Health. And that will, you can click that, and then you can click the green button there, and you're in Google Hangouts. All you need is a Gmail email address. It's free, and you can join us by live audio video. The second way is to go there to the website, herbalhealthreview.com, and click on Discoveries in Health and go down to the bottom of the page. And there it is. All of these conference videos are there for you. And then you can see all of the screen capture. So when I'm talking about high blood pressure and I'm showing the report, you can see it. You can see what I'm talking about. And that's on herbalhealthreview.com under Discoveries in Health. Go to the bottom of the page and you'll see 56 or 60 conference videos there. And you can peruse through those and you will see this one up next week. Now, let's open up the mics again. If you have a question or a comment or a suggestion or a testimony or just want to say hi, and then please press your star key on your telephone 2 times, and it will open your microphone, and you and I would be talking with each other. You can do that now. If you'd like to open up your microphone, go ahead. Hello.
Yes, I'd like to know what information you are familiar with concerning the Nepalian cactus.
I've got 2 people at the same time, so I'm going to take. I'm going to take on mute. I'm going to mute the mic in on 917. I'm going to get back with you. On 917, I'm going to answer your question. Thank you for joining us. But I'm going to go ahead and open the mic on area code 678. And now please ask your question again.
Yes, I've heard of the Nepalian cactus. You have information regarding the benefits of that?
Yes.
NAPA, Nepalian cactus.
Yes, you'd want to go again to the herbalhealthreview.com. herbalhealthreview.com and click on diabetes. Now we have a number of testimonies with people who have used that report, and 6 weeks later, after 10 years of insulin and pills with diabetes, after 6 weeks, they're telling us they have no more symptoms of diabetes. That's pretty extraordinary, isn't it?
Yes, so that cactus plant helps that tremendously.
Yes, it does, and it's listed there. It's one of the herbs that is listed in that report.
All right.
And if we have time, I will go over that report if you'll stay with us. But I already promised somebody I would talk about asthma. Well,
I'll be on the phone for a while until you stop. So just go to your next call.
All right, but I'm going to remember this, and I'm going to make a note that we're going to talk about diabetes, and that cactus. Okay?
All righty. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. Let's go over now and see what the other person wanted to talk about. Let's go over here and unmute the microphone in area code 917. Area code 917, are you there? Hello, area code 917. In the Long Island area. Hello. Hello. Are you there?
Yes. Hello.
Oh, okay. All right. I've got you. I was patient and I waited for you to come back on the line. What is your question or comment?
Oh, I have a question. If you have some hair loss, like 15, 20 hair loss a day, what need to be done in terms of nutrition?
Okay, we're going to address hair loss here today. Okay, so that will be one of the topics,
Okay, thank you.
because there's a report on herbalhealthreview.com, and on herbalhealthreview.com, click on common conditions, and then click on alopecia. It's under A. And it's going to give you all kinds of suggestions and ideas, okay?
Okay.
All right, and then we'll talk about that. If we can squeeze that in today, we're going to talk about that as well, all right?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.